Good afternoon everybody, my name's Hugh. Today we are at Berthon International in Lymington. We're looking at a 2008 boat, which is a Sealine SC38. She's in her third ownership from new. We're going to do a quick look around her decks and then we'll discuss her inside, and I hope this video tour just helps you. So built in 2008, she's running on a pair of Volvo Penta D4 300s. They're the preferred engine choice for this vessel. We have a pair of contra-rotating Duraprop outdrives. Both engines and drives were serviced in late May, early June 2019. The boat has just gone back in the water. She was anti-fouled, re-anoded, etc. So she's in really good nick. As you can see, lots of extras on board. We've got LED lights at the aft end. Covers were replaced by flexi covers, so they're looking good and smart. Teak-lined bathing platform with a transom shower. And lots of very smart Sealine touches. So a nice grab rail around here and a canopy storage facility. So a couple of buttons and the whole of that aft cover can be folded up into a really smart hanging store. So moving forward, again, good height grab rails lead you safely around the deck. A very safe, wide, open foredeck. Hatch there for ventilation and light into the forward cabin, and two large forward-facing screens. As you can see, one of the huge features of this boat is this enormous fabric sunroof, which folds back. It's a very simple system on a pair of runners. It's manual operated, so no motors to jam or service. It leaves you with this enormous cockpit area. So walking aft, got a pair of nav lights. We've got an extended radar arch on this boat. She's equipped with Raymarine radar, plotter, autopilot, and all the bits and bobs that you'd need for general south coast cruising, which is where she's spent her life. So moving into the cockpit, which is teak lined. To the left side we have a wet bar with a sink. There's a refrigerator underneath made by Waco. Two manual bilge pumps, a small gas locker for 2 bottles. And over to the right side, this large U-shaped sofa. It's all in very nice smart order. We have a large loose covered sofa on the port side. And again, the whole time you can either have this open or closed, so perfect for our changing climates over here. Window mullions at the front aren't too chunky, so it doesn't really create a great blind spot. And this is the main dash, so it's a steel blue anti-glare dash finish. The steering wheel pump was recently replaced and topped up. Really good forward area. This is a small deck hatch to give light and air into the aft cabin, which is a triple setup. Full width skylight there to give light down into the saloon, and demisters on the screens. So 2 helm seats with a life raft locker underneath. And engine access is just underneath here. That just shows you the mechanism and the closing catches for the sunroof. So heading down into the cabin, we have a linear galley on the port side, a large wraparound sofa to starboard, a couple of opening port lights with blinds. Overhead we have this full beam skylight. It's a very clever C-plex system for controlling all the lights. So it's all push button, very clean, easy to manage. As you can see, this huge skylight gives plenty of light below. She's a washed walnut finish inside, which is a nice light finish. Carpets all the way through. And this galley has a cooking top with a twin burner gas hob, a gas oven, typical Sealine smart, sensible storage. table can lower or raise as required. And the main C-Plex switching is just in that aft locker there. This boat is equipped with Eberspacher central heating, and this is the guts of the C-Plex system, so we can turn on lights, nav lights, engine bay lights, LEDs, etc. This is your 240 volt coming in, controls for fridge, etc. Small Vion weather station. It's a really nicely trimmed boat, built in Kidderminster when Sealine were right at the height of their powers. And one of the most clever aspects of this boat is the middle door leads into a forward master cabin. Centerline double berth, plenty of room for getting around the sides of it. Little cubby lockers either side, hanging lockers either side, opening deck hatch. Again, washed walnut finish. Lockers right the way around, and we have, to port, ensuite access into this shower stall. All nicely trimmed out in easy clean GRP. Plenty of light in here, plenty of ventilation possible, and there's access onto the main saloon also. And then to the right or starboard side we have access to the heads. So we have an electric flush, quiet flush loo, plenty of storage behind this mirrored panels, smart little wash basin, and again ensuite access. Both these heads and showers are ensuite both to the forward cabin or allow day access from the saloon. So easy steps up into the cabin. Just have a quick look around the galley to show the amount of storage that's available here. Stainless steel hob with 2 burners. Night sky Corian worktops throughout. Good sized sink, which is nice and deep in here. Then we have a Waco fridge behind this door. It's got a nice positive lock on it. So that's the refrigerator, which works off 12 volts or off the 230 when you're connected up to shore power. And then we have a smart Samsung flat screen TV here and stereo, which you can either neatly tuck away or have open so you can watch from the settees opposite. Plenty of storage up here. Nice stainless steel brushed tray behind the sink and the hob. And then the second cabin is accessed through this door. We have a full height hanging locker. Opening port lights to either side. There's a single berth on the port side. Small nightstand with a vanity locker at the top. And then at the moment this is made up as a double, but we can have this as 2 singles with an infill. Reading lights up there with their own little C-Plex controls. Carpeted, a little bit of storage in the aft lockers. And this has its own Eberspacher outlet in here, power points, etc. As you can see, is nicely finished out in a woven fabric. So this boat is pretty quick. She'll run upwards of 32 knots with the cruise at a comfortable 25. Great little sea boat. She's available through Berthon now. So we're just going to have a look at Scaramouche's engines here. So it's a simple manual lift up panel. This shows how good Sealine were at creating an incredibly neat, fully lined engine bay. So bilge pumps, transducers at the forward end, pair of D4 300 engines here, automatic fire extinguisher. She's got the upgraded, more recent water filters on her on the forward end of the engines. Plenty of light in here, as you can see. Really easy to see if there are any leaks. We've got a calorifier over on the starboard side. Having a look at the forward end here at the belts. These are compressed and turbocharged, so supercharger and turbocharged. And batteries and battery charger just there on the port side. It's a really neat engine installation, very accessible, plenty of space for storage at the forward end.